You just said that the statement that the Timberwolves made in their sweeping out the Suns was a significant statement, and it is, but it's not nearly as significant as this statement right here of that we have here, Mike Tyson running.
Oh, I knew you'd go there.
You know, hold on. Can we get the sound on this, Mike, please? This is most important. There you go. So, that's him. You know, I'm coming for you. That was a couple weeks. I'm assuming that was Jake Paul that he's referring to.
I believe so. And we have we have rules now.
We do. You were saying this is, by the way, this is our favorite storyline that we've seen grow with you.
Yes.
In your third appearance here in the last few weeks, that this was a reality of Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, a fight that you look at with some skepticism.
Not skepticism. I look at it. So the news today is that it will be a sanctioned pro fight, which I think is a little bit goofy, right? Like, I mean,
a little bit goofy.
You don't like. Okay. If any other 58-year-old went to a commission and said, "I would like to fight a pro fight," 99 times out of 100, that 58-year-old is overruled, right? Like it's like when in the Rocky movie, when Rocky comes back, right? And the Philadelphia Commission, Pennsylvania Commission is like, no, this is not a good idea. And then they're right. You know, you shouldn't be getting hit in the head when you're 58 years old. It's as simple as that. It's also kind of a little odd because they're sanctioning it apparently as a pro fight, but it's 8 2-minute rounds.
Yes.
Like men's fights are 8 3-minute rounds. So there's still uncertainty. Look, this is what Jake and Mike both wanted. This is what they believe correctly, I think, will help sell the fight even more. Tyson versus Paul, real fight. I guarantee you, mark my words, they will get one of these idiot sanctioning bodies to put a title of some kind on the line. It'll be like the WBC crossover championship or the WBA 8-round heavyweight championship of the world. It's one of these greedy leeches of sanctioning bodies will put a belt on the line for this fight. I am sure of it.
My only follow-up question to that is, so what? Right? Let's go.
I plan to stay there.
Let's go.
And
well,
right?
I mean, but it's just like I don't like. Look, I'm still a purist at heart, and
yes,
I'm a
sorry
purist
to
at heart. Like I'm
offend.
still the guy that loves the guys that fight for regional belts, that shows up at a fight at when the very first bell for the very first right fight rings. I'm no one in the crowd. I'm there to watch that. I don't like when you kind of make a bit of a mockery with the belt part. The belt part is all I really care about.
Got it. Okay.
The sanctioning part, I'm a little iffy with. The fight itself, I've said this many times sitting here. I love it. I'll be there in Texas to watch that fight. I think it's fascinating to kind of see this show unfold and see if Mike Tyson can turn back the clock and land one haymaker to the head of a guy that's 30 years younger than him, or will be 30 years younger than him on fight night. Can he do it? Because if he can't do it in the first round, now all that video's nice, the sprinting and the pad work, but he's still going to be 58 in the ring, and Jake Paul's still going to be a 27, 28-year-old boxer who is a pretty good boxer, I should point out at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, come on now.
He's not Mike Tyson.
Look at him. Just like any draft. We just came off the NFL draft. Yes. All it takes is one team. All it takes is one team to make somebody a first rounder or a second rounder or whatever, professional. It takes one punch, one moment.
Now we're channeling Eminem on that one. Yeah, it's just one.
By the way, who was at the NFL draft?
I know.
Okay, so yeah, man, like that's what we're all in on it.
And that's what the audience will be all in on.
But you're not in all on it.
No, I'm all in on it in that respect. Again, like the purist in me says, like, don't say. I don't want this to be a loss on Mike Tyson's resume.
It's going to
this
be.
doesn't.
This now
I don't
counts.
want to look at Mike Tyson's box rec and see the last fight of his professional boxing career, which comes nearly 2 decades after the previous fight, to be a loss to Jake Paul. Everything else, I'm on board with.
Okay.
I mean, the buildup is already going to be great. Fight week's going to be outrageous. They're going to sell a bunch of tickets. I love that they put the rematch between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano on that card. That is a massive women's boxing fight, the biggest fight you can make in women's boxing. I called their first fight at Madison Square Garden. They sold out Madison Square Garden, the big room, sold the whole thing out. They'll put a ton of butts in seats for that. That is a real fight they're having as the co-main event. And then I'll be there waiting. Like when they drop the music and DMX comes on and Mike Tyson comes out in the towel. I love it. I love everything about. They're just little things. It's like, does this have to be a loss for Mike? Does there have to be like 3 judges there scoring it? Do we have to?
No, see, you're looking at it the wrong way.
Mannix, newsflash.
It's a win
not
for
going to
Mike.
be a loss.
It's a win for Mike. It's a win for Mike. His last fight will be a W as a 31 years older than the guy he's just beaten. And
I think you're underestimating Jake, because Jake's pretty good. Like, Jake is not.
No, I get it.
Jake's not one of these kind of other influencers that's out there doing their thing. Like, I've been to his gym in Puerto Rico. Like, Jake takes this stuff seriously. He brings in like former champions to spar with him. He's got great training staff.
I get it. I'm just saying, I don't know what it is. Maybe because I'm 54. I want to see if I could just, have one last moment in the sun.
Would you volunteer to get punched in the head?
Not at all. Not at all. It's different endeavors. I'm just kind of broadening out what it means writ large. Chris, 14-ounce gloves. Does that matter?
Not really.
Okay, because I know that was one of the metrics you were looking forward. You wanted to see how many rounds, how long they're going to be, what the gloves.
It's good that they're bigger. Yes, that's a good thing.
For who?
I think probably for Jake. Like,
okay.
All
right.
I think 12-ounce would have been better for Mike.
Okay, so he gets the gloves he wants.
The way it goes, the smaller the gloves, the better for the power puncher, right? You want less in between your fists and somebody's face. So that would have been better for Mike. I don't know how this thing plays out, because look, it is one thing to look at Mike sprinting on Instagram or wailing away on some guys on the pads. I want to see the next 30 seconds. I want to see the next 3 minutes. I want to know how many days he's in the gym and working and how ready he is to go 8 2-minute rounds. The 2-minute rounds works for Mike too. Like, that's better. If it was 3-minute rounds, I think he'd be in a world of trouble, because I don't think he can be Mike Tyson for 3 minutes. He might be able to do it for 1 and then kind of hold on for the last minute of each round.
All right, so Jake gets the gloves he wants, and Mike gets a minute per round shaved off, and we fans get the belief that one punch, that's all it takes.
30 million some odd fans probably. I've been trying to calculate how many people would watch. I think anywhere from 30 to 50 million is like a broad scope. But I do think globally, though, again, adding Katie Taylor to that. Katie Taylor is the biggest star in Irish sports history, men or women. Like, she is massive over in Ireland. That's going to draw a huge European audience to watch that. Netflix is a global platform. It's going to be a huge event.
Things I never thought I would say. It's crazy that a Mike, well, I guess to put it this way, that a Tom Brady roast would help get the juices flowing.
I love the Brady's doing that.
Netflix live sporting events for a Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight.
Are there going to be punches pulled on Brady in this?
I don't believe so. Well, no.
No.
Okay.
Right.
Good.
I mean, Sarah Tiana is part of the writing staff, correct? So you pretty much know what's happening.
I know what's happening. Yeah.
Good, because I love those roasts. Are my favorite thing to watch. I rewatch all of them all the time.
Yeah, there'll be no padding between the punch.
Everything's on the table then, right? Like,
pretty much
everything.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.